So our next award today is for our Young Alumni Award. We established this award in 2008 because we began to see that so many of our alumni make a difference so early in their careers, and so it was really hard to pick. So we added a new one. That's this award is for anyone that's graduated in the last 15 years. It honors an Ursuline a student that graduated in the last 15 years through her service, her leadership, and her achievements, has made outstanding commitments within her community or her profession. Elisa, we had a lot of great candidates for this. You would be so impressed with what our young alumni have done. Elisa has been truly extraordinary. The things that she has done in Chicago through the Cafe Chicago, through her work with the Latino Union, has truly made a difference in so many people's lives there. And now she's in my area, in the Bay Area of San Francisco, doing incredible work in the environment. And I think will be an example for all of us to start emulating around the United States. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to the video to show you what kind of things that she's been doing.
Elisa Ringholm, Ursuline Academy class of 2004, was born and raised in Dallas. She discovered a passion for the environment as president of the Environmental Club at Ursuline. She attended Loyola University Chicago on a presidential scholarship and graduated cum laude with a dual Bachelor of Science degree in Anthropology and Environmental Science with a minor in Spanish in 2008. Following college graduation, Elisa worked as the co-director of the Latino Union of Chicago, a nonprofit that collaborates with low-income immigrant workers to improve their social and economic conditions. Under her leadership, the organization increased day laborers' wages by 200% and passed several laws that increased protections for the poor. In 2009, she co-founded Cafe Chicago, a worker cooperative coffee roaster that sources fair trade coffee exclusively from women co-ops in Latin America and Rwanda. This endeavor created an empowering partnership that sustainably improves conditions for the poor in the United States and abroad. In 2011, Elisa became a founding member of an interfaith intentional community in Chicago called House of Fellowship. For 2.5 years, she collaborated with church members and a volunteer team to collect healthy, organic food to redistribute to over 50 low-income families. In 2015, Elisa moved to San Francisco, where she currently works as Director of Finance and Operations for the Story of Stuff Project, an organization that works to change the way we make, use, and dispose of items. Elisa lives out the spirit of Serviam through her efforts to build a more just, equitable, and sustainable world.
What I really appreciated about her as a student is that, she maintained her own level of enthusiasm. I mean, she was a self-motivator.
She has demonstrated from the very early stages of her life that she is completely committed to social justice work and to standing with people who are in situations that require social attention and social action. And she has been doing this for years. Before I met her, as a very young person, she had a lot to teach me.
She was special from the first time you met Elisa. You know that she was one of these girls that when you meet her, there's just something different about her. So when I met her, when she was friends with my daughter, and during the sad time when my daughter passed, we became very close, and she has become like a second daughter.
She was always having fun, of which I was initially suspicious. But once I got to know her, all of her intentions were pure. She just is a neat girl.
She definitely had a great foundation before she went to Ursuline, but I think Ursuline helped her grow and become the person she is and give her the skills she needed to step out into the world and further her education.
I think Elisa is a model of what we need in this current political moment. She's someone with clear eyes, the gut to take risks, and the heart to feel empathy with people regardless of their situation.
She has a way of connecting with people where she will really listen to their problems and feel with them. And that made her an extremely talented organizer and also a really strong thinker around how to address social injustices and inequalities in society.
I was very glad to see she sustained that energetic, childlike enthusiasm to get things done.
Elisa could probably benefit from putting herself first a little bit more. She's someone who lives the life of service to others.
Elisa is an incredibly giving person. She's not just always out there working really hard for low-wage workers or immigrant workers or women, but also she brings a really strong energy, almost a spiritual energy, to what she is doing.
I think she's known where she wanted to go since she was a younger person. She's the most caring person you can meet. She's very thoughtful. She wants to do good things in this world. She wants to do big things in this world, and she has done big things in this world. She's come so far and done so many things in the time since she left school that many of us who've been a lifetime of doing things, we've never achieved as much as she has in the difference and the impact she's made on people's lives.
Congratulations, Elisa, on this recognition. I'm so glad to see others recognize what everyone else in Chicago knows about you, how wonderful you are, and how much you've done for this world.
Elisa, congratulations on this amazing award. We are so proud of you, and you deserve this so much. Thank you for being such a wonderful friend and mentor and ally in the movement to end gender-based violence. I love you.
Elisa, we're very proud of you for modeling serviam in your own special way.
Elisa, Etre and I want to tell you congratulations on this fabulous award from Ursuline. We're very blessed and happy to have you in our lives, and we look forward to spending many more days of fun and happiness with you.
Ursuline Academy's 2016 Young Alumna, Elisa Ringholm.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good? I want to start by saying thank you to Ursuline for this recognition. Thank you especially to my parents, my friends and family who are here today, and for all of their support, and also to the organizations that I've been a part of, which we just saw in the video. At this point, you know my name, where I went to school, and some of the work I've been doing for the past few years. But perhaps more interesting is not where I've been or what I've done, but instead why I chose this path in the first place. The answer to that question starts just a few blocks up the road at Walnut Hill United Methodist Church. I grew up there and can still remember piling into the pews with my mom, dad, and younger brother, singing in the children's choir and doing service projects with the youth group. Of the many years I spent attending Walnut Hill, there was always an emphasis on love, service, and community. I should admit that my time at Ursuline was really hard. My dad transferred me to Ursuline from a different school my sophomore year so that I would receive a more comprehensive education. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any friends, and I was new to the culture of a Catholic all-girls school. I didn't feel as if I belonged. I didn't feel as if I were a part of the community. Because of this, I struggled at first, but eventually I adjusted, applied myself, and difficulties aside, I came away from Ursuline not just with a rigorous education, but also with important questions that I needed to answer. How can we build communities where everyone belongs? How can we build communities that uplift? My journey to find these answers took me to Chicago, the city where my Swedish immigrant ancestors migrated to and where my parents are from. There I had opportunities to learn how to make communities better. I built relationships with communities different from the one that I was from, communities nearby and abroad, communities where people spoke different languages, had different cultures, ate different foods, and sang different songs. Of all the different communities I connected with, I never came away realizing how different we were, but instead what we all have in common. We all want happiness for ourselves and our loved ones. We all want a better life for our children. We all want to be treated fairly, and we all want to belong. At this moment in time, there are many communities that are struggling, and there is a deep fear of the other. There's anger and violence and hate and hurt in our communities. Pope Francis recently said, "A little mercy makes the world less cold and more just. Mercy is beautiful." I'm going to say that again because it's such a beautiful quote. Pope Francis recently said, "A little mercy makes the world less cold and more just. Mercy is beautiful." At Ursuline, we care about having a nurturing community spirit. It's one of our values. We care about the dignity of every person. To live up to our values now, we need to practice that beautiful, just mercy that Pope Francis talks about. We need compassion. It's essential right now to put ourselves in each other's shoes, to remember the importance of loving our neighbor, and to treat other people as we want to be treated. And we have to start doing this now to heal the tremendous divides that exist in our communities and to build the kind of welcoming, inclusive communities that future generations deserve and can be proud of. Thank you.